Opeongo Aerial A1 tree tent. What? Here's my new tree tent. As long as I've been camping, I've always been a ground dweller. Always been on the ground camping in a tent, which is fine. I like it. But there's a lot of areas you go to where the ground isn't level, or the best view to set your spot up for the night is not level ground, rocky area or something. And then I discovered more and more there's different options, because hammocks don't really work for me. I'm a side sleeper and I'm a stomach sleeper, so hammock doesn't really, it's great for relaxing, hanging out, but I can't sleep overnight in a hammock. So after some research, I have gone with the Opeongo Aerial A1 tree tent. This is a tent that sits flat. It kind of sets up like a normal hammock, straps from one tree to another. Pretty simple. You got some tension straps right here you pull on that kind of tighten things up, level things out, whichever way you need it to go. It didn't take me but maybe 10 minutes to set up, not even that. But what do you say we take a look inside? I'll show you what the inside of this bad boy looks like. All right, well, here we are. Nothing special about the inside of this tent, that is for sure. It is just a one-man tent, and I'm 6'2". If you are 6'3" or 6'4", this probably won't work for you. 6'3", you'd be tight. 6'4", not gonna work. I am head to toe in this thing, and I have a long, wide Nemo Tensor sleeping pad in here, and it fits the exact dimensions. It's got about 2 inches of give, you know, for front to back, but it is the perfect width. And like I said, a couple inches, you know, you can slide up or down, but that is it. So it is pretty much the same dimensions as the floor of this tent. You got some storage here, you got another one over here, and you got a lot of storage up top right here, big storage up top to go along with the storage that's below, and I'll show you that. But yeah, definitely not a tent for somebody, you know, 6.5 feet tall or someone extremely wide. If you're probably over 225 pounds, I'm not sure what the weight rating is on this. I'll put that down in the description or down at the bottom of the screen when I'm doing the video, but I'm not sure what the weight limit is on this. But I would guess if you're anything over 215, 220, it's going to be a little too tight for you. It is just, like I said, the exact dimensions width-wise of the Nemo Tensor sleeping pad, the long, wide sleeping pad. But other than that, like I said, the storage is good. For a guy like me who's 155, 6'2", this is perfect size for me. It gives me just enough room to kind of move around back and forth as far as width-wise, and lengthwise. My feet kind of hang off the edge of the pad a little bit, but I have that extra 2 or 3 inches at the end when I have my head all the way to the top. Like I said, not a ton of room, not super luxurious like a 2-man tent or something, but to get you off the ground in a tent, this is pretty cool, I think. I'm gonna camp out tonight, test it out, sleep in it for tonight, see how I like it. The tent itself weighs, I think it's around 7 pounds, so it's not a light, ultra lightweight tent by any means. So I kind of want to test it out to see how much I really do like sleeping in it, to where if I want to take this on all my backpack trips. As far as my backpack was packed out today, I was at 24 pounds with this tent, and that was with food and water. So it's not a horribly heavy tent, but I've been used to 15, 16 pound packs, you know, with food and water. So, like I said, I'm gonna sleep in it, see how I like it, see how it feels, and see if it's gonna be my my regular tent for my everyday adventures. We will find out. Good morning from the trees. I had a superb night of sleep last night. This tent is wonderful. Um, Sleeping sideways is a dream. Uh, has that nice little give for you that kind of gives you that extra little bit of, I don't know, a little extra comfort when you're sleeping on your side. And even on the stomach, it kind of acts as a mattress at home. You know, there's that little bit of give instead of being on the ground on a tent where it's just flat, no give at all. The only give is what's in your sleeping pad. Um, Not a lot of room, like I said before. Enough room to, roll over, move around throughout the night and everything. But if I'm sleeping on my back, my toes are touching the top of the tent right there. So, but that's not really a big deal for me. What I noticed that I really do like about this that none of my other tents really have, I guess I have one tent that's close to this one, but not as much, is there are a lot of little tie outs, little loops on the tent to hang things from. So, I mean, you've got 4 loops to tie things up to, plus you got all this top gear storage up here, and you got the side gear storage here. So lots of storage in this tiny little tent. That's a big upside to this tent. I mean, being as small as it is, you kind of need a lot of storage. Plus you have your storage down here, which is nice, but I would prefer to have this kind of stuff inside my tent. There's just no room for it. So gotta do what you gotta do. A great night of sleep. I don't think this is gonna be my everyday backpacking tent just because I like more room in my tent. I like to have all my stuff in my tent with me instead of outside my tent. But this is a very luxurious way of sleeping. Like, I will still use this a lot, I'm sure. But as far as like my big backpacking trips where I'm doing a lot of miles and I want lightweight, this probably won't be the tent for me. In a situation like this, a dispersed camping situation, perfect. So I will be using this a lot for dispersed camping, probably state park camping, and any other like just short, 2 to 3 mile hike in, something like that. This would be perfect for that. It's not a lightweight tent to where you'd want to hike 15-20 miles with it. Just, I don't know, I wouldn't want to, at least. Its packability is a little bit harder to pack than I would like. The spreader bars on each end, there's no breaking them down. They're literally just 28-inch spreader bars that have to pack into your pack. I would like to in the future see that be able to be broke down. I'm sure there's a reason why they're not breaking down the spreader bars, but if you could get like carbon fiber spreader bars, something that would hold the weight and be a lot more lightweight and be able to break down, that would be a lot better. Make me some breakfast here and get going for the morning.